Good day, grade 8 students. So for today, our topic is all about difference of two squares. All right, so let's start. So if x and y are real numbers, variables, or algebraic expression, then x squared minus y squared is equal to the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x minus y. So yung ifa-factor natin is the difference of two squares. So yung form ng difference of two squares is ito. So we have x squared minus y squared. So kaya siya nasabing difference kasi meron siyang subtraction sign or minus sign. Okay? So we have x squared. So ibig sabihin naka-square siya and as well as y squared. So kapag finactor daw natin si x squared minus y squared, or kapag finactor natin ang difference of two squares, ang magiging factored form niya is itong x plus y times the quantity of x minus y. Okay, so the difference of the squares of two terms is the product of the sum and difference of those terms. So kapag pinag-factor natin yung difference nitong squares nitong dalawang term, ito daw yung product, okay, nitong sum and difference nitong dalawang terms. Okay? So, for a binomial to be a difference of two squares must hold the following. First, there must be two terms that are both squares. Okay, so for example, we have 9a squared and 25a raised to 4 and 81 and x squared. Okay, so dapat daw naka-square yung both numbers ng kada term. Okay, so itong 9, they are perfect square. And itong 25, naka-square din siya. And itong 81, they are both squares. Okay, so number 2, there must be a minus sign between the two terms. So of course, since difference of two squares yung i-factor natin from the word difference, kailangan magsusubtract or magma-minus tayo. So ibig sabihin, merong minus sign between the two terms. Okay, for example, we have here 16b squared minus 81. Okay, so let me use the annotation para mapakita ko sa inyo on how to factor this following problem. So we have 16b squared minus 81. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, since naka-square silang dalawa, hahanapin natin yung square root ng dalawang terms na ito. Okay, so we have the square root of 16 and that is equal to 4. Bakit? Yung 16 is just 4 squared. Opo, so that is 4 times 4 and that is equal to 16. Kaya naging 4 yung square root ng 16. How about itong b squared? Ang gagawin lang natin is i-divide natin itong exponent from the invisible 2 dito sa square root. So we have 2 divided by 2 and that is equal to 1. So ibig sabihin b lang yung ilalagay natin dito. So that is considered as b. So b raised to 1, so kahit b na lang ilagay natin. And then of course, dapat i-square natin siya kasi kung hindi magiging 6b squared yung kalalabasan nitong 4b. So dapat naka-enclose siya sa parenthesis and i-square natin siya pareho. So kapag in-square natin si 4, 4 squared, that is equal to 16. Kapag binag-square din natin si b, 1 times 2, that is equal to b squared. Okay? Then don't forget the subtraction or minus sign. So then next, kunin natin yung square root ng 81 and that is equal to 9. Opo, so 81, that is 9 squared and that is equal to 9 times 9 equals 81. Okay, then square din natin siya para maging 81 pa rin yung kalalabasan niya. Now, ito na yung x and ito naman yung y natin. Okay, so sabi doon kanina, the difference of two squares is the product of sum and difference of those terms. So ito na yung standard form natin. Ito yung susundin natin. So since meron na tayong x and meron na din tayong value ng y, we will just substitute this given dito sa ating standard form na the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x minus y. Itong x, we will just copy this one for b and copy the plus sign, and yung y is 9. Enclose natin times the quantity of 4b, same lang din. Itong x magiging 4b, then copy minus sign, then yung y, that is 9. Okay, so ito na yung factored form natin. Okay, so this is the final answer, yung factored form ng 16b squared minus 81. Okay, so kailangan dito sa unang term, that is plus sign, and ito naman is minus sign. Opo. So yung factored form ng 16b squared minus 81 is equal to the quantity of 4b plus 9 times the quantity of 4b minus 9. Alright, so another example. So let me clear this one. Let's have another example. So we have 121g squared minus 169h raised to 4. Okay, so una ulit natin gagawin, we will find the square root of those two terms. So the square root of 121g squared, what is the square root of 121? And that is equal to 11. Bakit? 11 squared is just equal to 11 times 11, and that is equal to 121. Okay? Now, we will just divide the exponent sa 2. So 2 divided by 2, and that is equal to 1. So we will just write g. Then i-square natin silang dalawa. Then copy the minus sign. The square root of 169 is equal to 13. So 13 squared is equal to 13 times 13, and that is equal to 169. Okay? So itong h raised to 4, we will just divide 4 divided by 2, and that is equal to 2. So we have h squared. And then i-square ulit natin siya. So sa makikita nyo, kapag pinag-square natin si 13, that is equal to 169. And kapag in-square natin si h squared, using the product rule or power rule, we will just multiply the exponents. We have 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. Okay, now we have the value of x and y. We will just substitute the following given to the given or to the standard form. So we have x plus y times the quantity of x minus y. So we have x that is equal to 11g plus 13h squared times the quantity of 11g minus 13h squared. Okay, so tandaan, itong una kailangan plus sign, itong pangalawa kailangan minus sign. And this is now the final answer. Okay? So, ang una lang natin gagawin kapag nagfa-factor ng difference of two squares, always remember first, get the square root of two terms. Opo, kunin nyo yung square root na itong dalawang terms, and then kapag nakuha nyo na, kailangan naka-square pa rin siya para ang kalalabasan niya pa rin is yung kinuhanan natin ng square root. And then, don't forget the minus sign. And then after that, itong first term, ito na yung value ng x natin. And itong second term, ito na yung value ng y natin. Opo. And then after that, i-rewrite muna ninyo yung standard form natin na x squared minus y squared is equal to the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x minus y para may guide kayo ng factored form natin. So we will just substitute the following given. So we have 11g, dito na siya, plus, tandaan sa unang expression, kailangan plus sign. Then 13h squared, sulat lang din natin dyan. Then sa second expression, we have the minus sign. Opo, kaya nga nasabing product of sum and difference of those terms. Alright, and that is it for our discussion. I hope mayroon kayo natutunan and nakasunod and alam nyo na yung process ng pagkuha ng factored form ng difference of two squares. Apo, always remember that God is good all the time. Keep always safe and God bless us all.